So let us consider this as a value of A, and this is e raised to minus. We know that equation K equal to A e raised to minus EA upon RT. Now suppose that this A is equal to this much in this equation, this is equal to this much in this equation, and then this is the exponential provided to you. Now write the two equations. If they want a condition when K1 equal to K2, so therefore we can write 10 raised to 16 e raised to minus 2000 upon T will be equal to 10 raised to 15 e raised to minus 1000 upon capital T. If I shift 10 raised to 15 here, it will be simply 10. And now exponential nature, you convert it and you will be having, if you take it, it will be equal to, take this on that side, you can write e raised to minus 1000, then it will become a plus 1000, minus 1000 and plus this 2000 upon T, and therefore we can directly write, for simplicity, this will be equal to 1000 upon T. Now take the log to the base 10 directly, and you can have, for direct taking the log and removing this exponential, we will be having 2.303 log of to the base 10, which is equal to 1, and here it will become 1000 upon T. The same way in which we have basically converted the activation energy equation K equal to A e raised to minus, that equation which we have converted, in the same way we can go for this calculation at this condition. Log of 10 to the base 10 is always equal to 1, therefore T will be equal to 1000 divided by 2.303. That will be the answer given. They are having four options. One is a option 2000K divided by 2.303, B is only 2000, C is 1000 divided by 2.303, and D is 1000K. So the C answer with a T equal to 1000 divided by 2.303 is the correct answer. The numerical which I have, the objective which I have taken, has been asked 3 to 4 times in different NEET examinations. Next one. One more along for activation energy. Activation energy. The activation energy, one simple one, but has been asked. The activation energy of the reaction A plus B giving C plus D plus 38 kilocalories, and the activation energy EA is equal to 20 kilocalories. Okay, this is the data provided. Now what they are asking it, what is the activation energy EA for C plus D reaction, for C plus D reaction. Now the reaction itself indicates that this is the A plus B giving C plus D. The way of writing it indicates that it is a exothermic reaction with 38 kilocalories of amount of heat is been evolved. Now the reaction C plus D giving A plus B, for which they had asked, this being exothermic, automatically this reaction will be a endothermic reaction. it will be an endothermic reaction when we need to supply the amount of heat for the reaction to proceed. That means the activation energy of this reaction is already 20, and therefore we need to supply whatever amount of energy is being evolved in the reaction when it was exothermic in forward direction, and therefore here the activation energy will be equal to the minus 38 has to become plus 38 kilocalories plus the amount plus the activation energy of the reaction in the direction A to B, that is 20 kilocalories, and therefore the final answer will be 58 kilocalories. In CET of Maharashtra, they are asking such questions. Remember, for activation energy, that for exothermic reaction, we have studied in theory that the activation energy of the forward reaction is less than the backward. And the second point, for endothermic reaction, the activation energy of the forward reaction will be greater than the backward one. These points are to be noted. And same type of question has been asked once again. If AB has an activation energy of 17 kilojoules per mole of A, the heat of reaction is 40 kilojoules. And the reaction is exothermic, they have given in the first sentence. An exothermic reaction A to B has an activation energy of 17 kilojoules per mole of A, full stop. The heat of the reaction is 40 kilojoules. Calculate the activation energy. The same type of problem is been here. Now the next one. Under the same condition, the initial concentrations 1.386 moles per decimeter raised to minus 3, initial concentration 1.386 moles decimeter raised to minus 3 they are giving. Minus 3 of a substance becomes half in 40 seconds. That means this becomes half in 40 seconds, and 20 seconds through first order and zero order. 20 seconds through first order, this is by first order and this is by zero order. Kinetics. The ratio of K1 upon K0, K1 upon K0 for the rate constant of first order and zero order K0 of the reaction is, they are asking for it. That means initial concentration is this much, and if the reaction follows the first order reaction, the rate constant will be K1 and the half-life will be this much. If it follows the zero order, the half-life will be this much. Now for calculation, go for the relations of half-life. For first order reaction, T1 half is equal to 0.693 divided by K. We will write K1 here for the simplicity that they have mentioned it as K1. For the another reaction, T half, for this is for first order. For zeroth order, it will be equal to A0 upon 2K. Formula is A0 upon 2K. So T half will be equal to 1.386 upon 2 into K0. Now here the half-life periods they have already given here, so you can have here the value 40 seconds, so 40 equal to 0.693 divided by K1. Here the 20 will be equal to 1.386 upon 2 into K0. Taking K1 here, then take K2 here, you will be having this K0 will be equal to 40, 1.386 upon 40. This equation will be K1 equal to 0.693 divided by 40. They are asking you the ratio of K1 upon K0. If we divide 1 by 2, 40 will be cancelled, and 0.693 and 1.386. So 0.693 divided by 1.386, it is twice this. Therefore, that will be equal to K1 upon K0 1 by 2, or the answer will be 0.5, which has been mentioned in the given alternatives. Now let us go for an example which is indirectly asked about the graphical. Let us go for one example of the objective which has been asked in terms of a graph. In CET they are generally asking many a times with the direct correlation which we have in our textbook syllabus, but here a little bit different has been asked. A changed to B. Graph between half-life and initial concentration. Half-life and initial concentration where this reaction is been given. This initial concentration A, the graph is like this, they have given, and hence they are saying that we have 4 different graphs, and hence the graph between the rate of reactant A with respect the rate of change of concentration of A with respect to time, that means rate with respect to time, what should be the nature of the following. Hence graph between, they are asking you a graph of the nature minus rate of change of concentration of reactant A with respect to T versus time. What should be the given alternatives are? First, they are giving the graph like this, minus D, differentiation in change of A with respect to dt. Here will be T, this will be the nature, sorry, this is given as A. The B which has been given is like this, T minus differentiation of rate of concentration of with it dt here. The third type, the third alternative, minus or rate of change of concentration of A with respect to dt with a time. This is the nature of the graph. And the third one, the last one alternative is given like this, T minus rate of change of concentration of A with respect to dt. The graph is like this. For the graph which has been given here, and they are asking you the graph between rate of change of concentration of A with respect to time versus the time they are asking you. For this purpose you have to check what is the nature of the graph and what does it indicate about the order of reaction, about the order of the reaction. Once we can know the order of the reaction, here in this graph we can know the remaining. As we know, T1 half is directly proportional to 1 upon A0. We already calculated 1 upon A0 n minus 1, or we can write it in a reverse way also. So T half can be written also as directly proportional to A0 raised to 1 minus n. Now using this equation we can identify the nature of this type of a graph, and this will indicate that the nature of the graph is a zero order reaction. It is a zero order reaction. Once you understand the graph is been given for zero order reaction, then we can judge what should be the nature of the graph when we have rate of reaction with respect to time. The rate of reaction with respect to time is always constant for a zero order. Therefore, the correct answer should be like that. In CET sometimes they have given a different types of the such type of objective, but here they are indirectly asking, giving one graph and then asking about the another type of graph. So this is the one example. One simple example also has been asked once about the catalyst and activation energy. They have given a graph. The objective says that the graph of energy and progress of the reaction. This simple one, progress of reaction, and the graph is like this. This is A, then the same graph with this is B, the same graph, and this is a C. And what they are saying, they are saying that make the order of it, and in these steps of B and C they are using the catalyst. Of course, a reaction which has a minimum activation energy due to utilization of catalyst will have higher rate of reaction. Means a rate of reaction in C will be highest. It will be followed by B and then it will be followed by A. So make the arrangement like this. Look at the object, the alternatives which are been provided to you, and you can have the proper answer of it. One more that is been asked on the graph indirectly. In a first order reaction, they are saying in first order reaction. In first order reaction, to obtain positive slope, they want a positive slope. Positive slope, not the negative one. Positive slope. And they want to plot, we need to plot concentration of A, need to plot concentration of A reactant, concentration of A of the reactant AB, or say any reactant, versus time. They want to plot, but they want that it should be a straight line with positive slope. Then from the equations that we are available and from the graph we are available, if you take a ln function of the concentration of A with respect to time, that will give a negative slope, and therefore if you can take the minus of that value, minus of ln function of a concentration of A with respect to t, then only we can have a positive slope of the graph. If we have only ln A with respect to t, you will get a negative slope of the graph. So this is the indirect question that has been asked in one of the competitive examination. One more simple, one more. One more, last we will continue. This is the simple one, but generally we used to go for the multiple objectives of determining the rate or the rate constant, instantaneous or average, but they have given an information of the average rate expression of the instantaneous, like that 1/2 rate of change of concentration C with respect to dt will be equal to minus 1/3 change in concentration of a D with respect to dt will be equal to plus 1/4 differentiation in concentration of A with respect to dt will be equal to minus differentiation in concentration of B with respect to dt. Now what they are asking is, if this is the expression of the rate, instantaneous rate of reaction, what is the chemical reaction? What is the chemical reaction? What is the chemical reaction? And this is very simple. What we have done for determining the instantaneous reaction, make a reverse of that. Only look at the negative values which are been provided. Of course, these are the two negative value. This value will indicate that these are the two reactants, and these are two positive values. They will this and this are positive value. They will provide a product. So first we will write B plus D giving C. This is a negative as a D and B, right, and positive as a C plus A. First of all, write like that. Now the number of moles for D, it is 1/3. That means take it equal to the inverse of this, reciprocal of this. This will be 3 moles. Then about B, we have only 1, therefore need not write 1 here. For C, it is 1/2. Reciprocal of 1/2 is a 2, so write it here 2. Now dA upon dt, the reciprocal of 1/4 is 4, so it is a 4. So the correct reaction of the above expression is a B plus 3D plus 2C plus 4A. So we have discussed a few of the different objectives of the topic of chemical kinetics. I have not discussed the theoretical objectives which are being asked in the examination, because I cannot write all the statements with more than one sentence here. For those you go through your books, kindly read your theory objective carefully, and also go for the different graphs of a graphical method of zero and first order reaction. I have nearly considered every objective or different types of objective on nearly all rest of the articles. So I hope this will help you.